Hi, I'm Nicole. It was last year, just before Christmas. I'd got up and it was a gorgeous sunny day. And I can remember being really chuffed because I decided that I was going to start my pre-Christmas exercise regime and go jogging that day. So, sunny day was a bonus. So I did everything I needed to, jumped in the car, had to wait a few minutes for it to warm up because it was still a bit cold outside. I was driving along Richmond Street. I can remember that because I went past my friend's house and she just got some kittens as an early Christmas present. And I can remember thinking to myself, okay, slow down, Nicole, just in case a kitten's got out and runs into the road. Daft, I know, but it's the sort of thing that I think about. And I was just getting to the bottom of Richmond, about to turn onto Burlington, and the sun just suddenly hit me full in the face. So I reached up to pull the visor down, and as I pulled my hand down, I just noticed in front of me this flash of red brake light, and I didn't think. I just slammed on the brakes and slid on the ice straight into the car in front of me. And all I could think was, oh God, I've hit somebody. I've hit somebody. I hope there's not kids in that car. I got out of the car to check on the other person. She seemed okay, a bit shaken up, rubbing her neck a little bit, but didn't seem to be anything too serious. Bit of damage to both cars. I mean, obviously it could have been so much worse, so I was lucky in that respect. The unlucky part was a couple of weeks later when my insurance company contacted me and told me that my claim was invalid. I'd started a new job earlier that year and it just meant my commute had doubled, so obviously my maximum distance had gone up a bit, and I'd forgotten to tell my insurance company, and that made my claim completely invalid, and I ended up having to pay 1,400 quid out my own pocket just before Christmas. Hadn't bought any presents, couldn't buy my other half the PS3 I said I'd get him, couldn't even afford the game, never mind the console. We were supposed to go to Scotland to experience Hogmanay, couldn't do that either. And it really annoyed me because it wasn't my fault it was icy. I mean, okay, maybe I shouldn't have slammed on the brakes, maybe I should have been a bit more gentle, but the sun was in my face. I didn't make the connection between sun and ice, and it was just instinct to slam the brakes on. And what annoys me is that because I forgot to make one tiny 2-minute phone call, I've had to pay out 1,400 quid out my own pocket. And it just, in a way it was my fault, but in another way it wasn't. It's just such a small thing. I mean, I didn't think it was that important to keep your insurance company updated, but obviously it is, and I've learned the hard way. It could have been harder. I mean, people could have been really seriously injured, somebody could have run out between the cars, anything could have happened, but lucky for me, the only bad thing was that I had a pretty bad Christmas that year, but only me, nobody else involved. They all ended up being able to go home and have a good Christmas with their families.